All right. I think it works. I think
Are we there?
we're
We're
live.
there.
We're live. Lord.
There we go. Hey,
Welcome to
girl.
We Have Notes with Tee and Tel. Hey T.
Hey, Tel.
Again, I say if we're not
It's
having
been a
technical
time.
difficulties doing the most basic things, then the show is not going to be good. That's just where it stands. It's just where it stands. What have we been up to this week? We have to stop meeting like this.
What are you going to do? What are
We
you going
must
to do?
stop meeting like this. Anything? Any highlights of your week? Any glimmers?
Yeah, I do have some highlights.
Okay.
Well, okay. So, for those of you that are listening, I have started gardening. I'm a novice. Started this year. Okay. And for those of you that are not novice, you all know that fall is the season to be getting stuff done for next year. So when you want to see everything.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I am just trying to get the stuff done with a very, very, very busy schedule. So it's been fun. Killing weeds, seeding, buying bulbs, like the bulbs you put in the ground to grow, to germinate over the winter. It's been a lot of fun. I'm like crash coursing, okay? I'm crash coursing everything. I'm learning everything all while doing it. So those are my glimmers. Is that a glimmer?
Yeah. Now it sounded like hieroglyphics to me. But hey, who am I?
I've only just started to decode the hieroglyphics.
I can keep orchids alive, and that's about it. They grow back every
That's
year.
a really big deal to keep orchids alive.
I can keep orchids alive. That's about it. That's about it.
That's a big deal.
I have been making my own Starbucks at home. We call it Telbucks. So this is my version of a vanilla bean frap, which I found out very recently does not have any coffee in it. To know me is to know that I am a tea drinker for real. Like I like all the teas, and I give Starbucks my money, and I don't ever buy a coffee product. And so I thought I was going to switch it up and be fancy. I was like, I'm going to get a Frappuccino. In my head, Frappuccinos have coffee. That is the basis of a Frappuccino. So I've been hooked on this vanilla bean Frappuccino all summer. And I went and I finally decided to activate it in the window. I'm like, it's so good and vanilla-y. Like, what kind of coffee is this? Like, what is it blonde? Like, what is this coffee? It's just so light. I can do this coffee. And the lady looked at me and said,
there's no coffee.
Basically been eating vanilla shakes all summer long, thinking I was doing something and paying $6 for them. So I got a Vitamix at the house. We got Vitamix, we got protein mix, we got vanilla at the house. I even bought
at the house.
So that is what
I'm my goodness.
Today.
That is definitely no coffee. That's the little the tweens when they're 11 and 12. That's their favorite Starbucks drink.
But why wouldn't they? That says a lot about me. But why wouldn't they put it under a no coffee menu? Like, why do you just have it dead smack like somebody, whatever?
Because Starbucks. They want the tweens to think that they're drinking coffee. Okay. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Are you ready to get into today's show? Because we've got a great show.
Yes, we have a really good lineup. I'm so ready for today's topics.
Okay.
I haven't talked to you all week, so I'm really excited to talk about all of this.
Let's see how much we get through. But we got to kick it off with. Hold on, let me transition properly.
Let me do some neck snaps and Stretch it out. Oh.
Okay. Are you ready to play a little game that we like to call Somebody Said? Where is my music? So that it can just be exactly. Are you ready for this week's Somebody Said to You? Okay, do you have a goal? We've got 5 questions.
My goal is to get every last one of them. And I think that the music disturbs me. I think if it were not for the music, I would get every last one right.
You gotta think under pressure. You've gotta be able to think under pressure. For those of you who don't know, Somebody Said is a game of quotables. I'm going to give you a quote. It can be a quote from this past week. It can be an indirect quote. It can be an implied quote that I think in my head, like this is what the person said. And I'm going to give it to T, and I'm going to give her a pressure cooker countdown, and she's got to guess what's in my head. We've been friends long enough. She should know how this works. All right, let's get into the first quote. Are you ready? Somebody said, I's married now.
That's married now.
That is time. Okay. The correct
Wait
answer.
a minute.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Do you know the answer?
Okay, go. No, I don't know because I didn't know anybody got married
Gomez. Selena Gomez right now, today, at this particular moment, is saying I do, saying I's married now to Benny Blanco, allegedly, reportedly. You know, let's see if I can share it with you. You see it? This is from Elite Daily that says, happy for my close personal friend, Selena Gomez, whose wedding with Benny Blanco is reportedly today. Today is Saturday, September 27th. Okay. And so they've got the engagement photos there. They've got her saying that her relationship with Benny, she's never been in love this way. He's just been a light, a complete light in my life. He's my best friend. I love telling him everything. And so, you know, if this is true, allegedly, congrats to our boo, Selena Gomez for time. Listen, that was right there for you, friend. Are you ready to go to the next one? You'll get the next one.
I guess I am, because last time I heard about this man. Okay, going on to the
okay. Next question. Somebody said, Judge, that's a good man. I know you know this one.
Judge, that's a good man. Judge, that's a good man.
The game is not you repeating the quotes.
I'm trying to catch it. I'm trying
to infinite amount of times. This is actually from Carisha, please. Young Miami.
See,
recently.
That is what she said.
That is what she said. That's a direct quote. I didn't even make that one up. That's a direct quote.
Yeah, that was not interpretation. That is what she said. Mm-hmm.
So
all right.
Let's read a little bit more about what Carisha had to say. This was, I think, an exclusive from the Shade Room Child, in which she writes, Dear Your Honor, my name is Carisha Brownlee. I'm a mother, daughter, sister, and hip-hop artist who has spent many years in the public eye, and I want to be clear that I cannot speak or defend anything that may have happened before I met Sean Combs, and I do not condone any wrongdoing. I can only speak from my personal experience and a man I've come to know over the past 4 years. She goes on to give him, a very nice, credible witness character statement, saying that he constantly encouraged her and so many others to dream bigger, walk in confidence, and never shrink who we are to make others comfortable. But most importantly, She ends this letter by saying, I truly believe that he belongs at home with his family, the people who mean the most to him and who continue to be his greatest source of purpose and strength. Judge, that's a good man. Thank you, Carisha Brownlee.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Moving on. Just come on. I feel like we have to do a special episode for the nieces, and this can't be today, but a special episode to reiterate to them that once the judge breaks them up, that's it. That's
it's
all.
over.
On with your life. Anything other than that is peak bird activity. I'm talking Big Bird. I'm talking Dodo Bird.
Yeah.
I'm talking Toucan Sam, Fruit Loops. It's not what you think it is, niece. Okay, but we'll get into that next time. Are you ready for the next clue?
Let's go. Let's go. I got this. I know I got this. I don't know what it is.
Okay. This person says, third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm.
You got it? You got it? Come on. I'll get the correct buzzer ready for you. It really was the build up for me. I really thought you had connected these dots. The correct answer is Rihanna, because you know why? She just recently gave birth to her third baby.
Because of the baby.
Is a girl. We got a girl.
Yes, we got a baby girl.
I'm in love with the baby's name. Let's see.
What is it? Irish.
We are aunties. We are proud aunties of Rocky Irish Mayers, born September 13th, 2025. Look at the little face. Little baby. We got a baby Riri. I mean, listen. Not too much on our niecey poo. Not too much on our niecey poo. I wonder if that's going to complete her little family, or she's going to go in and try to have.
Is she going to keep going? Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it's perfect. 2 older brothers, a dad, you know what I mean? And then the little baby girl, like, you know, I think that is a really good formula they got going.
Really perfect. Really happy for her. She looks healthy. She looks happy. Baby looks healthy, happy, and gorgeous. Congratulations, Rihanna. Okay, friend. You're 0 for 3. I don't know what's going on, but you can come back. These last one, I feel it. Are you ready for the next one?
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Somebody said, shh, have a seat at the library.
Oh, is this a launch?
I'm so happy for you. It's like you've won. It's like you've won a prize. Solange. For those of you who don't know, Mama,
my favorite story today.
That Solange has opened a Saint Huron, which is her agency library, to preserve and share rare Black literature. So Miss Tina Knowles took to her Instagram to repost that ever since Solange Knowles was a little girl, she loved books and she started collecting them as a teen. And so there is no surprise here that she is doing this. It is a lot of work, but it makes her happy to share these books. Many are first editions and rare books. She's created a free archival library to make it available to anyone. And she never stopped me with her art and generosity to the universe. Solange is just like, I can't say enough about how she is like a walking piece of art. She's like a walking, talking art museum. I'm talking like peak art, like high art. Everything about her is just next level. It's artistry in a way that we are not, we're not used to seeing artistry.
To interacting with. I think her mind is definitely one I'd love to explore more I love that this feels luxury, yet it is open to everyone, because the way that this concept works is that there's free return labels. So it's like a library where you can get the books. You have, what is it, like 45 days to return the books, and they send the return label with it. So all you got to do is just jump in. Solange knows how to pivot. Like, she knows how to pivot for sure. Like, she said, you know what? You doing this over here, I'm doing this over here. Don't even worry about it.
Look at these
I love
books,
that.
guys.
I love that.
Look at this collection. And I mean, for her to do rare first edition, beautiful. I'm obsessed, Solange. I'm obsessed.
Rare black book. Yeah.
All right. You got one, friend. You got one. I get the most important one. Well, we have one more. One more. Are you ready?
Okay, let's see. I think so.
You're ready. You got this. Okay. Somebody said,
got it.
Ninja, that's a whole cheat on the game.
That's a whole cheat on the game. That's a whole cheat on the game. I don't know why me saying this in a different way think I'm gonna get it. Like, I don't know why I think that's gonna help.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is actually my favorite. This is gonna be the favorite thing that I share, show, or talk about. This was Regina Hall. Regina Hall, Teyana Taylor, and Chase Infinity recently sat down with Elle magazine. And they played their version of like 2 Lies and a Truth or 3 Lies and a Truth or whatever. I'm going to show you because this is what this.
I love her.
This is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Okay, let me know audibly if you can hear it or not, because I'm gonna leave this to set for a second. Okay.
Where am I? About to get bust out with this live real quick. I lie and say I'm allergic to mushrooms. Mm-hmm. I was a cat lady when I was a girl. I auditioned for American Idol and America's Got Talent.
So when I tell you Teyana Taylor was freaking ridiculous, it was ridiculous. She then goes on because they started questioning her, and they say, What does that mean? You were a cat lady. Like, what does that mean? You had a bunch of cats? Like, name the cats. And she goes, Ricky, Bobby, Mike. She says, Johnny was the new cat that I had. Johnny was the last cat that I got. Okay, so then I'm going to show you the quote. I'm going to show you the one with the quote. Hold on a second. Because it just gets even more ridiculous.
It's a lie.
My lie says I love guacamole.
Well, what's the lie?
The lie is I love guacamole.
You ain't never tell us that.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
That's all in the game.
All of it was a lie.
Wait a minute. So
it was a lie.
What was never
wait
on there?
a minute. So
She said all of it was a lie. All of it was a lie. None of it was ever true. All right, you guys, that was today's game of somebody said, I don't know, T. I think you really need to get into your metaphysical. You know what I mean? I need you to teleport. I don't know what I need you to do, but I think we've got to get you 4 out of 5. When you get 4 out of 5, there will be a prize. I don't know what the prize will be, but I need to encourage you. I need some positive reinforcement because your head's not in the game.
I think we need to flip this around, and then you can see how hard it is. Because that's a whole cheat on the game.
I mean, logistically, I don't know if we can make that happen for the people. So It is what it is. It just is what it is. It is what it is. But you'll get there. You'll get there. Regina Hall is by far gotta be one of the funniest people. I did not know that she was in this movie. So let's just talk about some upcoming movies and things on the screen that are going to be happening. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of new stuff. Let's see. Okay, so the movie that they all star in is called One Battle at a Time, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
One battle one battle after another. It is important to get the people's names. Let me show the trailer or play the trailer. But I am super excited because, again, like we said, here we go. This is starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Teyana Taylor. I believe we now see that Regina Hall is in it. I didn't even know Regina Hall was going to be in this movie. Like, I've been watching trailers. It wasn't until they did this promo run that I realized that she is also in this movie. This is going to be Paul Thomas Anderson's action epic. Sean Penn is also in the movie. It's expected to open this weekend with a $20 to $25 million debut. Okay, I'm going to see it. Me and the hubby have tickets. I've been waiting for this movie to come out since forever. Super excited to see Teyana on the big screen in a role like this. And yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I don't really know what it's about. I don't like a lot of spoilers. So like I see a trailer and then I tune the trailer out. But I'm looking forward to whatever because it's action.
You don't like spoilers.
I don't like a spoiler, but it's giving like action. I think like Teyana, from what I can tell, right? Teyana and Leo may be like a couple. Maybe that's his baby mama. You know, I think Chase Affinity, that's going to be their baby. I don't know if they robbing banks. I don't know if they robbing white people. I don't know what's going on, but they robbing somebody. It's something going on. It's some type of heisty Colombiana, pregnant Colombiana vibes that are going on. I want to see it. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited for this. Have you heard anything about One Battle After Another?
Say that again.
Have you heard anything about?
You said, am I going to see it?
Yeah, can you hear me? Okay.
Yep, I've heard a lot of things, and I can't say any of them because you don't like spoilers.
Did you see the movie already?
No, but I was researching the movie. I've been waiting for this movie. I'm excited for this movie. But I don't want to say too much until you see it before I give away some of the plot, because it did have that type of trailer where back in the day we used to have them trailers be like, we already seen the movie.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It did.
So I do know some key pieces.
Well, we'll save that for next week because I don't want any spoilers. I will say this. I'm mad at Jessie Wu. I'm mad at Jessie Wu because I was not thinking about planning on any of the things concerning Love is Blind France until her video popped up in my feed. And she's such a great storyteller. And she was recapping these episodes and I was leaned in. I said, this is a hot mess. Baby, Love is Blind France, now streaming on Netflix. Friend. Have you seen any of this?
I've seen some of the commentary on it. I've not actually watched the show. I hear it's a hot mess. I hear there's a lot going on. I do have a hard time watching things with subtitles.
So
I
you
do
can
like
go
it just
in and change the audio to English, which is what I did, so that it's an English dub over it, so you don't have to have the subtitles if you don't want.
No. Not like I have a hard time dubbing it in English. Like I have a hard time connecting with it when the words coming out of their mouth is different. Like I know, I struggle. I know.
Well, I'm used to watching stuff with subtitles. I automatically always watch. This fun thing, weird thing about me. I've been doing this since I was like 10, 11. I always watch stuff with closed caption and subtitles so that I don't miss what's being said. So it doesn't take like a huge jump for me to have to watch subtitling stuff. But this is so good. First and foremost, I don't know where they found these people. They are all a hot mess. I'm telling you, none of them. It's probably like one person that I'm rooting for, but I don't know who I'm rooting for her to be with because they ain't on this show. Do you hear me? They are not in the room. Mm-hmm. First 2 episodes out, we had a contestant bringing hoes to the hotel room and got kicked out. Okay, we've had guys saying they talking to the girls on the outside of the show, so they got left behind. There's this one girl, her name is Sarah. She's facially challenged. I said it. But if you let her tell it, she is Kim Kardashian in the flesh. She is the hottest thing to step on the scene, and she's just as ugly on the inside that she is on the outside. She gets to lying because the guy that she's talking to is also talking to Juliet. Mind you, Juliet has not been dating anybody for like 8 years because she was in an abusive relationship. And so she took some time to heal. And so Sarah, lying ass, went and told the guy, I don't even know his name right now, that Juliet was a hoe and was telling everybody that she's been sleeping around with in the girls' room. Meanwhile, Juliet ain't said nothing like that. So Sarah gave the guy an ultimatum, said, if you want to be with somebody like that, then you need to go be with her. But I'm giving you until tomorrow, and you need to tell me if you want to be with me or not. He chooses Sarah. There's this girl, Teyana, gorgeous, 10s across the board. She's an entrepreneur. She has her own business, and she's like 0 for 3. Okay, she's like 0 for 3. First of all, she was dating the guy that bought the hoes in with the prostitute that got kicked off the show. So that was her first connection. The next connection she had, because she has a child and she's a divorcee, she connected with a guy that's also has a child and is a divorcee. And he started talking to another girl. So now she's talking to Yannick. And he is a man-child. He is about a 6'4" man-child. At one point, he starts crying about his mom being a single mother and having it hard. He's by the pool, dipping his little toes in the pool water, crying. But it was such a theatrical, because if you ever in your life seen somebody hold their head up like this and just wipe the tears off, I said, what are you crying about? He then turns to her and says, remember when I told you that you remind me of my mom? How does it feel to see me cry? Leave him right there. I'm telling you, the men are trash. Some of the girls are trash. There's this, but it's this really hot Asian guy on there named Van Me. His girlfriend is a headache. His fiance, she's a headache because he's like, I typically go for probably other Asian looking girls, brunettes, olive skin, and she has like highlights in her hair. She's not Asian, and she's just internalizing this, and she is like bothering him, fussing at him nonstop, yelling at him whenever they're at the public get-togethers with the other castmates. This show. Last character. There's this girl named Sam. She has the same energy of Meredith too. Okay, remember Meredith, the wife he was gonna marry, and then so Mary Kate Ashley Olsen tried to sabotage it so that he wouldn't marry Meredith because she was a hot bougie mess. That's how Sam acts, and she's all up in Sarah's butt. She claims that Sarah's her friend. She's Miss Bougie Princess. Listen, I I cannot stress enough. This has been the best episode or best season of Love is Blind that I've watched in probably since Cam. Who was Cam? What was Cam's wife's name? Cam and Candace, Cam
Lauren?
and Courtney, Lauren.
Lauren?
Cam and Lauren. Cam and Lauren. Yep, this has been the best season since Cam and Lauren. Yep. Watch Love is Blind, friends, y'all. Leave in the comments if you have watched Love is Blind, friends. Tell me your thoughts. Last but not least, this is gonna be really quick. My deepest apologies for anybody that went to see him upon my recommendation last week. Mind you, I hadn't seen the film, but there was nowhere in the advertisement of said film that this was going to be some sick, demonic, ritualistic, sacrificial film. And I don't too much play with God like that, okay? I don't too much play with demons like that. On top of it being a random, demonic, ritualistic, sacrificial film, it was dumb. It was a dumb movie. The plot was not plotting. It was just a waste of 144 minutes. So if you saw him, my apologies if I'm the one. I think I texted you immediately when I left the theater and was like, hey, don't go see this film. I'm not alone in my thoughts. I know there's some people, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but hey, artist subjective. Some people that really love this film, but the numbers don't lie. It made $13.5 million in its opening. It had a $27 million budget, which means that's a flop. We always want to try to make three, 4 times your budget to actually say your movie is a success. It's got a C- cinema score. It's got 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was bad. But those are what I watch, what I'm looking forward to watching, what's coming up next. Do you have anything that you are looking forward to seeing, friend?
Aside from the Teyana movie, no, not really.
Yeah.
Not like I think I'll be reading more this season. I honestly can't really find the time to really sit down and watch anything.
I mean,
nothing.
I'm really shocked by that because usually you're tuned in with a good 90s movie, if nothing else, a good throwback 90s movie, and you'll be like, me and the hubby were watching this. I'm like, oh yeah, I should go revisit. See, I watch some of everything because I'm a filmmaker, so that's part of my job. Whatever is new and gets the people going, I've got to see it for research purposes, if nothing else.
My schedule is just too busy. My TV ain't seen me in a good 2 weeks.
All right. Well, we can talk about some fun stuff that I saw happening across social media, child, because you're still here and I'm still here. So that means that we have been unraptured. That's what that means. If you're still watching, you are unraptured as well. Let me pull up this article. This is from The Cut. And mind you, I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't even know it was coming up. I didn't get no memo. My pastor told me nothing. Okay. The rapture is coming according to TikTok. All right. So the writer says, good news. It's all about to be over. This is the promise made by a group of evangelical Christians on TikTok preparing for the rapture, which is supposed to take place Tuesday, September 23rd. The rapture is an evangelical Christian belief that Jesus Christ will return to earth and ascend back to heaven with true believers, leaving the unsaved behind to face 7 years of God's judgment. Mind you, that ain't in the book. If you pull out your Bible, that's not how this works. The date appears to stem from a sermon delivered by South African pastor Joshua Melakeli.
Melakila.
Sure.
Melakila.
Which was posted on the very official sounding YouTube channel, Sent Twins TV. What you say, Melakila? Yep.
Melakila.
Claims to have received a direct vision from Jesus Christ himself, telling him that the end of the world will occur on the 23rd or 24th. There was no accuracy. Like, it was accurate enough. It's kind of like when you do your Find My Friends. I know you somewhere on the block, but I don't know which house. That's how the Lord had, last time I checked, Jesus is of clarity and conciseness. But I'll continue. He says Jesus told him that by June 2026, the world is gearing up towards the World Cup. But after the rapture of September 25, the chaos that will be in the world, the destruction and the devastation that will occur with the rapture, there will be no World Cup 2026. Okay, is this what we was doing? Let me tell you, the article goes on, because this really hit people's spirit. People were selling their cars. People were putting their houses on the market, coming online, excited to tell us that they have sold their house. People were phones unlocked so that their friends and family can access it to let everybody know they got raptured, I guess. I guess they also knew that they weren't allowed to bring their phones to heaven in a rapture. It was a lot. This was stupidity. Let me see if I can find some of the unraptured videos here.
The night before September 23rd. It is currently September 22nd for me, 8:35 p.m. You can see that time there. Tell me why we get Mark 9:23. If you can, said Jesus, everything is possible for one who believes. Everything is possible for one who believes. That means the rapture is possible if we believe in it. 9:23. Don't.
Hey guys. All right. What did I do today to prepare my home for the people that are left behind? Let me show you. I got these at the Dollar Tree. I just wrote these on here, like little notes. I also bookmarked some scriptures. There's the scriptures for you. And I wrote this in every single one of the books. So hopefully these books end up in the hands of people who will need them.
And I
feel like God just gave me a sign about the rapture. I was sitting here, I'm making dinner, starting with my ice cream. And I have just been thinking, like the Feast of Trumpets is going to be broadcast over the whole entire world. And of course, we know all the end time prophecy is coming true, all the dates line up, all the things. And I've been asking God for a sign, because even though I believe wholeheartedly with everything in me that he is going to rapture his church next week, we all want some sort of sign. We all want some sort of confirmation. Well, I'm sitting here making dinner and I'm thinking about the Feast of Trumpets and all these things. And I'm watching the show The Chosen, because that's pretty much the only thing I watch on TV. Like, I don't watch any other. I don't watch news. I don't watch movies. I'll put that show on and I'll put it on repeat. Now, almost every time I choose season 5, episode 2, because once season 5 came out on Amazon, I was like I'm stuck on that. Okay, I feel like God just gave me a sign about the.
We don't know where that went.
So this is going to be my last confirmation video that I make. If you go back in my channel, I have several others. I'm going to briefly recap some of the other ones. But I think the biggest one just happened to me Thursday. So November last year, God got my attention, changed my life. I left my dream job to come back home to Louisiana. I do not like Louisiana, but I knew that God wanted us to be back here. We've been talking to friends and family since we got back and telling them that the rapture is happening soon. I did not have a date at the time. All I knew was I felt this urgency I've never felt before in my life.
I gotta turn this off. It's making me itch. The stupidity is making me itch. The stupidity is making me itch. Now, mind you, the rest of us, okay, all the rest of us, we had jokes. And we had jokes for days.
Hey girl, what you doing?
Oh, hey, Shalicia. I'm just sitting here watching Stranger Things.
Of course you are. Yeah, I'm over here unpacking for tomorrow.
Packing.
The rapture coming. So, me and Heads of Corey, I'm packing our stuff.
Right.
Because we gonna get snatched up.
The rapture?
And I figured you'd be left behind, so I left you an instruction manual. I'm leaving you some stuff. I'm packing some stuff up in a box.
Yeah.
Instructions for me.
Packing some of Heads of Corey stuff up.
Well, who's to say I won't get raptured up too?
You know you're not getting raptured. You gonna be right here.
Oh.
Well, girl, you be fornicating. It be that fornicating that you be doing.
Right. That was Mel Mitchell. Here's another one that was a plum fool. This is Kev on stage.
I'm still
Not he brought out Tisha Campbell. Here's another one.
Niggas dying, they ain't never died before. This nigga dead, y'all.
Hit. It's a hit. He said he was going to play his own obituary. He couldn't leave it to his friends and family to plan the obituary for him and pick the right visuals. So he did his own photo shoot for the rapture. But here we are, September 27th. You're here, I'm here, everybody's here. We are all unraptured. Friend, did you prepare for the rapture?
I did not. It becomes more evident to me every day that I am here with the other humans on planet Earth that no one actually reads the freaking Bible.
Yeah, no.
Everyone listens to everyone else's commentary on the Bible, but they don't actually read the Bible. It's like a prop. You remember when Trump came out and he had the Bible upside down? Okay. That's the same thing that everybody else is doing. It's the same summary. It's the same synopsis. They just are playing constantly with God, with the Bible. Like, it's funny. Don't get me wrong. I am thoroughly entertained. I'm perturbed, but entertained. So on one hand, funny. On the other hand, I really think these people are in some level of a psychosis. I don't know if you want to call it religious psychosis. Everybody, I feel like this is their guilt too. I feel like this is their guilt, being like, oh, there has to be an answer. There has to be something as to why we are here right now. I also find it so ironic, tragically ironic. They'll listen to Black people about nothing else. Nothing. Okay? Don't be listening to us. But some prophet, quote unquote, from South Africa says there's going to be a rapture September 23rd or maybe the 24th. Jesus came and told me himself. And then all of a sudden, y'all like, now I'm going to listen to you because I know I'm going. As a matter of fact, you had posted something on your socials. I immediately erased it. You was like,
here, I'll share it. I'll pull it up because it really, I mean, it was funny, but I was really exposing some stuff here. So let me see if I can pull it up. Child.
I was like, she is deep within going down the rabbit hole of the people in the rapture talk. It was so funny. These people are so unserious. I would like to know what they are serious about. Okay? Because they are so deeply unserious. I mean,
okay. Let's see. Can you hear me?
No, sound is not there.
I don't quite know. When you said Africa, South Africa, because that could be anybody over there. Was this a white preacher or was this a black?
This is a black man.
Oh, well, I don't think that people got the menu. See, they didn't get the memo.
They thought it was an Afrikaner?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. They thought it was one of them.
No, and if I saw the video too. So he's talking to these two women who look like, okay, it definitely was given 90s throwback. It was like two women. They looked like double mint twins, even though they're not. They're not twins, but they were dressed precisely the same. It was definitely giving cultish. And the women are just sitting there in the video. They're just nodding along as he's explaining this to them. And he's explaining a dry ass story. Story dry as hell. Okay. He's just like explaining. He say, oh yes, they tell me. And Jesus come to me and he said, and this is when he's coming. And they go, oh, yeah. This is how we get. What this told me is that people are searching for something all the time. Like I watch cult documentaries nonstop. I've seen any cult that has any sort of well-known, I've seen it. I've gone down the rabbit hole. This has told me that people are so like prone to being pulled into a cult like fast. Someone sold their house for $10,000 because they thought they were leaving.
Let me see if I can get if I can't get my video on here, I'm not gonna worry about it. Get the sound to work rather. See if I can reshare.
I was just like, wow, you wrote a comment on there and you're like,
it's Rapture Day and Black Jesus is here to collect you.
Yeah.
I want to know, what are you doing? Do you still want to go with the Lord?
Now, mind you,
okay, so
I'm making fun, but it was so many people in the comments, racist, if you will, because that's who this was addressed to. And they let it be known that under no circumstances will they allow themselves to go with Black Jesus. They don't love Jesus if he is in fact Black. Which I just had to politely let them know I would see them all on Wednesday. Because you're not going. You're not going. You're not going. You're not going.
Read your comment. Read your comment right there. What did you write?
Let me see. Let me find it. I said, it's nothing. Are you supposed not to be subject to holiday?
I said it doesn't matter because they're all going to hell.
They are. They're not going. They're not going with the Lord. I have it under good authority.
Everyone is so unserious. They're so unserious because
people are deeply hateful.
People of their kind did not even described in the Bible. They didn't exist yet.
How do you think you're getting in? Like, this is how I know everybody needs to be on a little bit of medicine. Everybody needs to be on a little bit of medicine, because if you think with all that hate in your heart that he was going to come sweep, because he knows your heart. And I don't care if you say a last minute prayer and pretend to be saved. He knows your heart, and there will be consequences. And that is written in the word. See, y'all have got to get into the word the way Black people are actually into the word, you
They
gonna
not reading that Bible.
You
I don't know what
find
Bible.
out.
Maybe they got Trump's copy of the Bible. Maybe
They
they got
must
that
have
special
Trump's
Trump
Bible.
edition
They
or
must
some
have
other.
Trump's Bible. And I bet
They
you
are
they didn't
not
know.
reading. It literally says there is no time. Like time to the Holy Trinity does not even exist. Like for us, we know that there is 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour. For all we know, we've only been existing according to the Holy Trinity for like 2 days. It could be 2 days or 2,000 years. Time doesn't even exist there. So why would he come and tell someone, oh, I'm going to be there 9/23/2025? Time doesn't even exist in the heavens the way that it exists here. Doesn't even make sense.
What is written is he's coming like a thief in the night. Use your critical thinking. When does a thief announce to you that he come and rob you? You won't know. You won't.
So bizarre.
No.
It's so bizarre. I'm telling you, it's just like
all been unraptured. I am working on, for the people, because the people have asked me in a couple of other comments to put together a playlist. So I am going to put together an unraptured playlist. I'm trying to work out all of my song selections. I'm thinking of starting off with It's Hot in Here, just so we can ground ourselves for where you really are, you know, because you've been unraptured. So I'm thinking somewhere like It's Hot in Here is going on a playlist. Tisha Campbell's I'm Still Here. Again, we got to remind you where you are. You're unraptured, right? I think about putting Puff Daddy's Still Missing You. I know that's a little controversial, but he's not going either. So he's very much unraptured. And yeah, I'm just working off the playlist. Gonna put the playlist out there for the people on Spotify. So just, you know, that's it. That's all. Let us move on to, because the rapture was ridiculous. And I laughed at each and every one of y'all who believe it was happening.
I still just
laugh. The laughter.
Moving on.
All right. So Jimmy Kimmel came back. Ciao.
Yay.
Jimmy Kimmel returned after being suspended by Disney and ABC and Sinclair and Nexstar. This is what he had to say in his monologue, which, I mean, he didn't do enough for me, but I'm sure it satisfied the powers that be. Why is this happening? I'm just trying to scroll. Okay, I'm trying to get it loaded up for you guys. All right, share screen. Jimmy Kimmel Live. Can you guys see the screen? No. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can get some audio.
Like me, if you don't, you don't. I have no illusions about changing anyone's mind. But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human. And that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion. And I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make. But I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear or...
Okay, Jimmy. Let me read this article from NBC News. This just came out that Sinclair and Nexstar will be putting Jimmy Kimmel's late night show back on air because he had returned on several other affiliates, but not with Sinclair and Nexstar at the time of that monologue. But now he will be back with Sinclair and Nexstar. Says that the broadcast station owners that took Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air amid criticism of the host's comments about the assassination of Charlie Kirk said the show will return Friday night on their ABC affiliates. They go on to say, our objective throughout this process has been to ensure that programming remains accurate and engaging for the widest possible audience, Sinclair said in a statement. They go on to say, we take seriously our responsibility as local broadcasters to provide programming that serves the interests of our communities while also honoring our obligations to air national network programming. Okay. 3 hours following Sinclair's announcement, Nexstar said it would also bring back Kimmel's program on its dozens of ABC affiliates. So great. He's back, child. I personally did not care for his return speech. It felt very kissing the ring, bending the knee. The tears were a little bit much for me. The show of compassion. Why are we showing that man compassion? He didn't have compassion for anybody else. But that's just me, child. Do you have any notes on Jimmy Kimmel?
That wasn't my take on it. My take on it was, that wasn't my take. That's not how I took it away. I feel like what he wanted to say was said in the De Niro bit. So the De Niro bit was far more reaching, right? And so what he really wanted to say got wrapped up in, I'm going to cover this in comedy, and I'm going to do it with someone from the elite sector of Hollywood. And the reason that I am doing it this way is because this is not just about Jimmy Kimmel. It's also about everyone at the Jimmy Kimmel show keeping their job as well. So it's not just about the show. It's about everyone that works on that show, from the people that just collects the tickets at the door all the way up to Jimmy Kimmel. And so I think if Jimmy would have went off, like I said in last week's episode, and Gadden did the whole independent thing, because I think has more than a big enough following to do so. I really do think this was about him keeping everyone who works for his show employed. And when he did the De Niro bit, for those of you that may not have watched his return to his show, there was a bit where Robert De Niro comes in and he plays Brendan Carr, the FCC chair. He's like standing in for Brendan Carr. And I think that's where we get Jimmy Kimmel's real feelings on the matter. That writing spoke to the moment.
You're pretty much just concurring what I said. If he's giving his real feelings on another outlet, that meant that this maybe perhaps was not his real feelings, and he's bending the knee and kissing the ring.
What do you mean on another outlet?
You said there was a De Niro bit somewhere else.
No, it's right after his monologue. I gave you the clip. It's right after his monologue. It's like a part of his monologue in a sense. He's still standing there. It rolls into, let me call up, the FCC. And then Robert.
I'm trying to find your clip. Go ahead.
And so I feel as though he did what needed to be done in that first opening bit. I'm coming from a diplomatic position in terms of I'm not only the face of this show, I'm also someone's, unfortunately, I'm their employer in a sense. If this show shuts down, so does all of the jobs that are attached to it. And so I think that the bit was brilliant. I think the De Niro bit was, they took it all the way there.
I'm just commenting on this.
Right, understand. But it just rolls right into it.
Me as a human, and that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't.
Why not? Let's continue.
I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram.
There's definitely something funny about you dying mid racism. There's definitely something very appropriate and laughable about you dying mid racism.
Grandma, the Dave's
I think it's important to put it in context, though.
For compassion, and I meant it, and I still do.
Why are you calling his family and offering them compassion when this man and his family have not offered anybody else compassion? Those are my points. I'm going to see if I can find your clip, because he could have gone on to say other stuff, but that right there lost me. It really doesn't matter what he says after that. It's just that not you tearing up and I
think that this moment in time, let me preface this by saying I'm not white. I'm not white. I'm not a white person. I'm not a part of whiteness in the United States of America. Those that are on the fringe of whiteness, what I mean by that is those who have, I just know of people who constantly or in their lifetime has had to cut themselves completely out. Like they just had to be like, I'm not talking to not a family member or anything. I know that he received like a ton of death threats. So, and not just him, but also his family. And I just think it's interesting that being a part of that quote unquote, I guess you could call it world, sphere, whatever it is that we call whiteness, it's really, it has people in a chokehold. And they're just in this constant, like, you know, tug of war of their moral compass and the violence that is synonymous with it. So I didn't take it as such because he never said that in the first place. He was talking about Trump.
Thank you, Chairman Carter.
You tell Whoopi over there she better show a little respect, or the only view she's getting is from under George Washington, the bridge, not the guy.
Excuse me, sir? Yeah, hi.
Well, what is this? You sneak up on me? You don't sneak up on a person. It's not nice.
I'm sorry. What is your name? As I was expecting to talk to the chairman of the FCC.
You don't need to know my name, and I am the new chairman of the FCC.
You were appointed FCC chairman by Donald Trump?
Sir Trump, yes. I used to do this work for the man here and there in Atlantic City.
But did I just hear you on the phone threatening Whoopi Goldberg?
No, I would never threaten Miss Goldstein. I was just teaching her a lesson about consequences.
No, well, pardon me for saying so. Maybe you're the wrong guy to talk to, but it seems like the FCC is using mob tactics to suppress free speech.
What did you just say to me?
I didn't mean any offense. You know, you can't curse or we'll get fined by the FCC.
I am the FCC. I can say whatever the I want. No.
Well, it sounds a little like threats and intimidation to me, Chairman.
Stop that. It's just me, Jimmy, the chairman of the FCC, gently suggesting that you gently shut the up.
But you can't say that. That's a violation of free speech.
Oh, yeah, about that. Speech, it ain't free no more.
What? It's not free no more?
Yeah, we're charging by the word now.
You're charging by the word? How much are you charging?
It depends on what you want to say.
Okay.
It was just getting good.
I get it. Yeah, that does not take away from the fact that he is crying and holding back tears at not making fun of Charlie Kirk stuff. Like, it's not lost upon me that that's not what he initially did or ever did in the first place. I'm just tired of people towing the line when it's time to stand in the paint, stand in the damn paint. This was a deplorable racist human being. And
we all know that.
I'm not saying we don't know all of that. I'm just saying my points. So he was a racist, deplorable human being. He's undeserving of any empathy, any sympathy, any tears, any compassion. He's not deserving of anything that he did not put out there. And so I didn't appreciate seeing Jimmy kiss the ring. And if we remember, we talked about on a week before, those were Sinclair's and Nextstar's terms. They very specifically told him that in order to return back on their affiliates, the conditions were he needed to make a public apology, apologize to Charlie Kirk's family, make the donation to Turning Point USA. There were other conditions outlined there before. So by him doing that, by him opening up the monologue, kind of doing exactly as they asked, it just really shows that, hey, I wouldn't want nobody defending me like that. That's just how I feel. I just feel like when it comes to people being disrespectful to Black people, it's okay. It's all fun and games. You guys do anything else to any other race or ethnicity, Jewish people. Sierra couldn't come back to the, I was going to say Love is Blind, but that wasn't Love is Blind. Love Island, because she said chink. Like, other people get canceled and it's clear. But when you mess with Black people or you disrespect Black women, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's cool. Yeah, I'm so sorry. My empathies to you and your family. For why? Mind you, Serena Joy is over there grifting still and might have allegedly some ties to some sex trafficking, allegedly. So listen, fuck them and fuck the boat they rode in on. That's just me. Glad the show is back. My mom will be happy. Somebody on TikTok said it best. We can now go back to not watching Jimmy Kimmel because we didn't watch it anyway, but didn't like not having a choice that we couldn't watch it. So there is that. To another fool, probably the main fool, child. Being forced here. It's tiring. Trump is trying to take Tylenol away from pregnant women. We can't have nice things. We can't have pain relief. Interesting enough, though, Trump can't even spell acetaminophen. Let's see if I can get the video. All right. So we have sound.
Minophen, acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol.
I think I didn't even, you guys can hear.
First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of well, let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol during pregnancy, can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good.
Oh my God. How does he describe himself again? Doesn't he say he have like the highest IQ to ever have been IQ'd, and he's bigly smart, bigly intelligent, just all around bigly, just stupid is starting to be contagious, because now I don't know if I know how to say the word right. Now I got to check my pronunciation. Like, now I'm confused. Well, all I know is there are no connections to Tylenol and autism being there's no causation. Okay, there's no causation. And so now all the doctors have had to jump on their social medias. They probably supposed to be with a patient somewhere. They can't do their jobs. They have to come correct the madness from y'all's president. Tylenol has, according to the doctors, is the safest alternative and type of pain relief medicine that you can take while pregnant. And yeah, fun times. What did you think about any notes that you can give to help your president say big words?
Send us the Epstein files immediately.
Yeah, everything.
Release
but
the Epstein files.
You're doing everything, but which this just kind of brings me to, I think this is our last topic that we have time for. Let's see. From someone that is our president to the person that should have been our president, child. Could have just voted for the black lady. But no, you didn't want to. Kamala Harris is on her book tour. And during a stop in New York City, she got heckled. Let's see if I can add the video footage. All right.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
So she was heckled by someone in the audience that wanted to tell her that the blood of the Palestinians was in her hands. They told her that she pledged her full support to Israel during her time in office. They burned the Palestinians alive and that her legacy is genocide. Someone else said it best. I wish I could remember whose video that was, so I didn't save it. But they're like, I wish she just would have turned around and been like, I'm not the president. I was never the president. I wasn't the president then, and I'm not the president now. Because why aren't you saying this to the white man in charge? No? We had a white man in making all the calls while she was vice president. And we have another deranged white man making all the calls now. Like, why are you heckling her? It's pretty confusing. Here's another video.
Here in America are the most unserious bunch on the fucking planet. So you're telling me you went to Ticketmaster, fought off scalpers, spent nearly probably $1,000 to $400 to $500 fucking dollars for a Kamala Harris tour ticket to heckle a private citizen with no fucking power. So you would rather be performative and give money to somebody you hate rather than being like me who has privately given money to Palestinian causes. Unlike y'all, I'm not fucking performative. With the amount of money that you gave to Kamala, you could have gave to fucking Human Appeal. You could have gave to Gaza. You could have gave to Sudan. But now you want to play fucking games with a private fucking citizen with no fucking power. Right now, men, women, and fucking children are dying from famine in Gaza. But you want to burn motherfucking money going after Kamala Harris for what? Is it her pantsuit? Or is it her complexion? The anti-blackness is getting out of fucking control in this damn country. And the only reason why y'all got so much smoke for Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump, who said he's going to turn Gaza into a parking lot and he's going to take ownership of it. And it's going to be Trump Gaza. Even the fact that he put out this AI video.
Tunnels coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, a golden future, a brand new life. Feast and dance, the beat is done.
Okay. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. The whole thing is stupid. What?
I think the word is unserious. That's the word of tonight.
The word of the day. Okay.
The word of the day is unserious. Deeply, deeply unserious. You're talking to a private citizen, number one. So I think we still have yet to do the episode on grifting. There is something everyone tunes in to outrage. Any sort of outrage, people are going to tune into it, no matter which side they fall on, people are going to tune into outrage. It's money to be made off of people's outrage, even if that outrage is selective. So I think these people are so unserious. They were unserious shortly before the election. They are unserious now. We have yet to find these sorts of hecklers at any of the Trump rallies, Trump, events. They just seem to not go there. And I'm like, that is the person with the power to make a difference, but you don't find yourself there. So I cannot in any way take you seriously. I am excited for the book though. I hear that the way that it's written is written in a format where it's like a countdown, or it's like to election day. So like is like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. And so I'm really excited to hear about that. There are some hot takes out there in regards to, she sat down with Joy Reid this week. She sat down with Rachel Maddow and a few other people. I think she went on The View, but she is still very deeply loyal to Biden instead of just giving it to a straight, like, because we can read between the lines, like thrown completely under the bus when he should have stepped aside. There's so much there to unpack with the entire, because it's an unprecedented, let's be honest, what she did in 107 days is unprecedented. We wouldn't have expected it from any other candidate ever. So what she did was unprecedented, but also the hot take that's out there right now is the mammification of Kamala, which I find to be so very truthful. And that is, there's this thing of they want everything from her, right? Just like people have historically wanted everything from a mammy without actually considering her, caring for her, giving her things, giving her flowers, just any level of appreciation of any kind. But they want everything from her, right? Pull from her until there's nothing left. Even when she's a private citizen doing a book tour, has absolutely no power. She's not a senator. She's not a governor. She's not a mayor. Like, you can't get anything from her. What is she going to do? Like, think about it. Like, well, don't, because they don't care to think.
Listen, it goes to my earlier point with Jimmy Kimmel. Everybody keeps playing with Black people, and everybody specifically keeps playing with Black women because you would not be found doing that at a Trump rally or any of his little speeches that he's given. He would have you, listen, somebody else said it best. He might have you deported, hanged, lynched. We don't know. So now you're coming over here harassing somebody that never had the power to make those calls, never had the final say at the very least, maybe some influential power, but never had the final say on any of those calls, and is not the current person who has been allowing all this to continue to escalate and is making friends, is buddy with the person that's doing it. Why are you at her book tour, sir? Find you something else to do.
I mean, but that's what they want. Like, honestly, I almost wish they would not have gotten it on camera and aired it. That's what these grifters want. They just want attention. Like, let us know, oh yeah, there was a heckler at the book signing, but at the book tour, but other than that, it went really well. And that's it. Like, that heckler got thrown out and we kept the party going because this is what they want. They get off on this. The grifters of all kinds, like, stop giving them the attention. I honestly wish the way that it went down, security would have come, grabbed the person, yanked them out of there. Kamala and whomever she was speaking to would have gone on a brief 5-minute break, get the hecklers out, and then that would have been the end of the demonstration. And the reason that I say that, not to address what is going on, but she had already addressed it even when she was campaigning. She asked for a ceasefire. I don't know what more you want from a person with no power. It's so unserious. It's so unserious.
Yeah, it's infuriating. Let's get into some quick notes. Quick notes. Where's my paper? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. All right. Really quick notes. Ooh, we had a lot. We didn't get through a lot. Okay, so first thing I have, TikTok has been sold to a U.S. buyer. It will now have an American owner. I think also Israel has jointly secured interest in this American version of TikTok. We can likely expect to see a new rollout of a separate TikTok app that U.S. citizens will have to download, and you can probably expect that springtime in 2026. It'll probably be a slow rollout because they have to build it. Any notes, quick notes on TikTok being sold?
Immediate no.
Mm-hmm.
Immediate no. I did not. My post from when it shut down the first time, of just like, it's been good, follow me on Lemon. Like, I think it's still there. I never really jumped back in. And I was growing on TikTok a little bit with my beauty stuff, and I just didn't jump back in. So immediate no, it was always up in the air.
I really wish I would have taken advantage of TikTok while it was good. Because the people over there are a lot of fun. And I won't be bothered. Same friend, same. Quick note, Nick Cannon recently sat down in a podcast and revealed that he was diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, something that he learned as a trauma response to getting divorced from one Mariah Carey. Okay. And that is why he has gone around laying them low and spreading them wide. Any quick notes on Nick Cannon and his narcissistic personality disorder diagnosis?
We're so happy that you now know what we all knew. Welcome to your own party. Yay.
I think it's something else. Like, I'm happy that you've taken that journey and you've gotten that recent diagnosis. And I'm sure as they continue working with you, you will find that there's probably 2 or 3 more issues that are really key to you spreading it low and laying it wide like this. And I like for you to get on some medicine. And when you get to that diagnosis that puts you on the medicine, that's when you can tap back in with us, because that ain't it. That ain't everything. That ain't all of it. But happy to hear you're working with someone. Glad to hear that. Apparently Mariah Carey has a new album out. I was waiting for it to drop. I guess it already dropped. Maybe it dropped when we were talking about the MTV Awards back in the day. But have you listened to it?
It dropped September 26th. So it dropped. We're filming this September 27th. So it dropped yesterday.
Oh, okay. How was it? How was it? Any notes?
It is giving classic Mariah Carey. It's giving throwback Mariah Carey. It is, she said, genres are funny little things. So you're going to get R&B, you're going to get hip hop on here. You're going to get a little bit of gospel. She's really digging into the whole self-exploration sort of bag of, we get to a certain age. She already wrote her memoir. So coming out of writing her memoir, she said, I'm really comfortable with myself now. And so that's it. Every song has an explanation. So I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's definitely go sit down, have a glass of wine and listen to it.
Okay.
Not the best to work out to, maybe type dangerous, but it's definitely just giving ballads. It's giving ballads. It's giving I can still sing, child. Yeah.
Well, quick note for Mariah, how are we going to be doing a new album rollout when it's almost time? It's almost time for Christmas season. Like, how are we doing both of these? Like, Christmas
coming October 31st. That's when she drops that. She drops that on Halloween every year. Okay?
Yeah.
Every year.
Huh.
As soon as the clock strikes midnight, she drops. It's time.
It's time. We don't have a lot of time to sit with the album. I don't know how we're going to do this marketing, but I'm definitely going to listen to the new album. Okay. Disney is reportedly hiking prices again. And in October, Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN, their plans are going to be rising up to $3 per month. Any notes for Disney?
Disney told Target, hold my beer. I got this. I don't know what's wrong with all of the major businesses, organizations. Everybody just is losing their minds. Okay? Like everybody, I don't know if you've seen this. Quick note, DVDs are making a comeback. Okay, get to your local $5 Walmart bin if you want any of the DVDs, because everybody has run out to go and grab some DVDs. I'm not even joking. This is a real thing. It's over.
So that's a no for Disney. We're not resubscribing anytime soon. Yeah. Okay. Quick note, Tamar Braxton in a trailer for the upcoming season 2 of Braxton's lets us know that she was served a cease and desist and was prevented from letting her niece, Ashley, come on her show to talk about the alleged sexual abuse she's kind of was a victim of at the hands of, we don't even know. I want to say uncle, but we don't really know. One of the aunties, men in their lives. Any thoughts on Tamar Braxton being served a cease and desist?
I think that the family is also tired of Tamar's antics. I think that they are also, and I'm not clear if it was a cease and desist to block her from the Braxton show or a cease and desist to block her from the podcast. Because at that time, apparently Tamar had a podcast. So that's still like unclear. But yeah, child, I don't know. Child, what are your thoughts on that?
I was really lit. So I'm under the impression that it was for the podcast, because then Tamar starts going on in a rant about how they're trying to stop her business operations and stop her bag or whatever. Tony makes a comment about it being a chitlin circuit. I don't know. Stop. I believe that if it is the case that this young lady experienced some abuse, that she should be able to have a platform to say that. And I think it's admirable that Tamar was going to give her that platform, but the whole family has had messiness and drama surrounding them. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I just want to see fun on Braxton's. Like, give me 1 or 2 episodes of drama, but I just want to see them having fun. And based off the trailer, I don't think we're going to get another
over
season. So I don't know if I'll be tuned in. I've had it up to here, but I really do wish that Ashley would just say who it was, because I still don't know. I heard someone else kind of accuse it of being Gabe, and I was thinking that it wasn't Gabe. I thought it was allegedly around Tawanda and her ex. So I don't, it's like allowing the wrong people to have all of this, you know what I mean? Negative perception on them when it's not even, that's not even who
and Trina in the trailer said that she got a lot of, DMs and people coming after her. So it does seem irresponsible to just leave that out there lingering. If you're going to come out and say something, unfortunately, then that onus will fall on the person that's saying it. Just name the person. And I'm not saying otherwise don't say anything, but otherwise don't say anything publicly. And I can't say I agree that it's admirable for Tamar to platform her niece, because what's the motives behind that? I can't say if one of my nieces or nephews came to me that I'm going to platform them, rather than speaking with them behind the scenes and waiting until they're completely healed from something. And it's absolutely their choice to do that. So
I think it was her choice. I mean, she was already putting in the information out there on her own. That's how we know about it. It's because Ashley started putting it out there, platform on her own. And so I know that's a part of the victim healing process, is like, let me be able to share my story and hear my side of stories be told, instead of having the shame of having to hide the story. So I stick with it being admirable. I mean, there could definitely be some other motivations there that, a mess. Last very quick note. Were you aware that MAC's Ruby Roo red lipstick is for the aunties only now, that the young girls, the niecey poos, do not get into MAC Ruby Roo? This is like a retro throwback. I'm wearing it today because I wanted y'all to see that she's still very much a part of my collection, but the young girls don't wear Ruby Roo no more. Did you know this?
I don't know what they do. Okay. Because I just do me. And I'm gonna say this. They don't wear it today. Okay. Because they ain't stopped digging in our closets since the inception of them. Okay. They didn't brought back everything we didn't ever had. Okay. I mean, every thing. So they could be right back in our makeup bag, pulling out the, Ruby Woo next year. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, hey, let's go into some closing notes.
Maybe we can pick it up without it being.
You ain't gotta share. Okay. T, take us out. Any closing notes on anything we've discussed today, or anything from the week that you would like to ruminate on?
I'm going to close my notes particularly on the rapture.
Oh, okay.
These are the notes that I have for the people. Before you come to anybody's mic, internet, with your little fingers, just a typing, before you do anything, before you pick up a smartphone and you try to go off on somebody, I need for you to actually, if you don't do anything else, I know you can't read the whole Bible in a short amount of time, but if you do not do anything else, set the intention. If you want to use the Bible against people, to at minimum, skim it and at least learn what each book represents. Because when I tell y'all are so wrong with the way y'all be representing this book, I have to go back and say, hold on. That's what I'm like reading from both of them, like, I know AP English was not bestowed upon all of us. And I don't mean to sound like an intellectual elitist. However, read. Like, that's all I'm asking y'all to do. If y'all don't like reading, have an application read it to you. But stop getting on here embarrassing yourselves, quoting something you know nothing about. Just sit down. Those are my closing notes. What about you? What you got?
That was I feel like that was solid. I think it's necessary in these times. That's solid. I'm going to share a video for my closing notes. I think this is education that we must visit, because back in my day, we had Saturday morning cartoons. Okay. And then within those Saturday morning cartoons, we had a little thing, a little gem, if you will, called Schoolhouse Rock. Now, it dawned on me that we haven't been a proper country since Schoolhouse Rock went off the air. Okay. So I just want to share with you guys, because y'all clearly do not know, do not understand the three branches of government. You don't get it. It's not. It's lost upon you. Okay. So listen, I'm going to try my best to share as much of this as I can, because you guys, you must know who has power, who's supposed to have power, and how this works. So let's get into the three branches of government with Schoolhouse Rock.
Last, the three-ring government.
Divided in three like a circus.
Yes.
3, 1 executive. 2 is legislative, that's Congress. Ring 3 judiciary. See, it's kind of like my circus.
Exactly. It's important. I know the music needs to be updated, but y'all have made it clear that y'all don't know how the three branches of government is supposed to go. And nothing says this more than you jumping down Kamala Harris's face. Did you see the ringleader? Did you see that? The president, executive branch. Point to me the day and time that Kamala Harris was the president of the United States. I'll wait. I'll wait. She wasn't. Okay. Checks and balances. Because even though he is the president and he is the ringleader, we've got other branches of government to do what? Check his ass. President don't know that either, but we know he don't know a lot, because he can't say acetaminophen. Okay. So there's a lot going on. Moreover, we forgot to talk about Laura Loomer, Jigsaw. Jigsaw. Not too much on Jasmine Crockett. I don't know why y'all keep coming for Black women, but I'm letting you know the day is going to end. Jasmine Crockett has more intelligence in her pinky finger than you have in every cell in your body. And as Jasmine Crockett said, all that with no Botox. I'm tired of everybody in this country. Quite frankly, I'm ready to go. When you get done off this call, send me the link of where we can go to get the hell over yonder. And to all the racists, they'll be like, go back to Africa. I will be sending you a Cash App. You can fund this. Okay? It ain't nothing to it. I'm rest to go. Those are my closing notes. I'm sick of it. Even the president has something about Jasmine Crockett.
That's because Jasmine Crockett is doing the work. She's doing real work. Okay. She's actually what we used to say, this old term in politics, reaching across the aisle. She is doing the real work. And she's doing the work that people do not see every day. And they know that she's doing the work, and they know that she's gaining popularity with independents and even some fed up Republicans. So they're just trying to slow down her momentum. But Laura Loomer was specifically, she had said some things online even before this Jasmine Crockett thing on Twitter and she was becoming, they were attacking her from both sides. Or I won't say attacking. What I'll say is they were rightfully coming for her from both sides. And so what do when someone's coming for you? You reach for the lowest hanging fruit to get them all. I keep telling everyone, I cannot say this enough. You are being grifted. That's my new term. You are being grifted. And pulled into being like just this outrage. You just want to be, that's what it is. So that's all she was doing. She was just, Laura Loomer is a special case of self-hate in, woo, my gosh. But TikTok dragged her to hell. They dragged her to
As
hell.
they should. As they should. As they should. And rest in peace to Asante Shakur. That was another person born free, died free in Cuba. Cuba held it down and said, we will not turn her in. Okay, we don't know what she had either. How about that? We don't know. I'm sick of everybody over here, friend. I'm sick of everybody over here. Everybody over here irritates me. I would like to check back out. Because we told y'all to not be so racist that you wouldn't vote in the black lady. And now look at where we at.
Say it with me. Racism hurts everybody. It's true. No one is exempt from it. You may not get hurt on the first day, maybe not even on the 5th, but you're going to get hurt by it somehow, some way.
T, where can the people find you?
You can find me at T Shantae, T_Shantae, pretty much everywhere. And yeah, you might be able to find me. Where can they find you, Tel?
Everybody can find me at Chantel Siobhan, TikTok pending. I'm having fun on TikTok temporarily. I went on there for the first time in months this past week, and it really is like the sunken place. Like you really do just get stuck on TikTok for the longest periods of time. You look up and you're like, oh, where did the time go? The seasons have changed.
That's why they call it TikTok.
Like, where? See what you did there? I see what you did there. All right. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of We Have Some Notes. If you're listening, you can listen to us on Apple Music and Amazon and iHeart, wherever podcasts are played nowadays. We'll be back next week for another episode of We Have Some Notes. Bye.
Bye.